up, everybody? I'm Dark Pro Anything. Welcome to this. This is a project I have been working on for about quite a long time now. Since the launch of Beyblade Burst DB, this series right here, this series right here, with Dynamite, Belial, and Cyclone, Ragnarok, and Vanish, Fafnir, and Roar Bahamut, the ones that are in this series, the specific DB system. So, the thing I've been working on is creating my own, fan-made series. It's not called DB. My series is called Beyblade Burst Champions. It's my own series. It has my own main characters. I will explain this as I'm going through this. So, this is if you want to try, 3D modeling my designs, please let me know. That's all I simply ask. If we can do that, then that's great. So let's get straight into this. This is a thing that I am planning on doing a partnership with, hopefully with the company. It may not work. It may. Just depends. But these are free to try to create as long as you credit me, because this has been each of these drawings takes me about a month to work on. Serious details, serious planning, all that goody stuff. So all I'm simply asking is that, let me turn this light off here. All I'm simply asking is that you check out this stuff here. So without further ado, let's introduce my first main character here. This is my first main character's Beyblade. I just gave a random number sequential right here. So this is just a random number. So this is my Beyblade. This is the main character's Beyblade. His name is Okamasa Nijira. His Beyblade is Holy Orion WLEU6. So it's a stamina type, and it's right spin. Now this is just a temporary cover. I'm actually planning on creating a real cover for this, some real stuff. That's all in work in progress. So some of the Beyblades are not complete with the drawings yet, some are. So this is just my own creation. So this is the DB core. This is Orion. Orion, as with the constellation, is a giant star right here that I made, with the galactic folds behind it. So Orion is kind of hidden behind the galactic folds here. So this is Orion right here. Orion right there. So Orion is what I call in this version that I've created. This is the redeeming hunter, since the thing about Orion is that he was the hunter of the Seven Sisters. He wanted to kill them, or whatever it was, whatever. I don't know that stuff. So I've created Orion again, except the last version of Orion was an evil Bey that was Phantom Orion. So from Metal Fight. So here's the teeth. It has 8 teeth on it. They're all medium teeth. There's four medium teeth on each side. So you have, click, 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 just a standard. So this is Orion. So this is the detail that I gave behind it. So there's this, it's this slate color. It's a slate gray, like a smoky gray color right here on this outside. So this is a navy blue to represent the galaxy kind of look. So this is a sticker here, sticker. There's a sticker right here and inside the helmet, right there. So this is the Orion core. Now, this is the blade. This is Holy. So Holy is 2 swords and a very flat side here. Now, the reason that's like this is you'll see in a second on the next page. The Holy Ring can go through an upgrade. But you see there's 2 stars right here. Right here and here. And if you remember, the main star that was in the center of Orion, of the Orion core, this makes up the 3 stars of Orion's belt. So whenever he does there's a certain move, a launch that he'll do, where this will light up, and then the center, then they'll all light up together. It's part of the move of him calling forth Orion. So Okamasa is my keyword here. Is my first main character. There are 2. And I will explain this in a little bit. So this is the Orion blade. So this one went through a bunch of changes. It was originally smooth and I was just like, okay, that's cool, but I wanted something that was unique with this one to give it a much more interesting look. So let's move on to the next piece. This is the part that I was talking about that would upgrade it. This is the blade gear, the Eternal Swords. So the Eternal Swords, what they do is they extend it out a bit more. They give Orion more of an extended sword. So this is the blade gear upgrade for that. So it's kind of like Infinite Achilles and Union Achilles extending the swords, but instead it extends it outwards instead of behind it like it did. So that's what this does. So as you can see, the shape actually would match around for Holy Orion very well. So that is Holy Orion's Eternal Swords, the blade gear. Now the armor, this is the 6 armor. 6 armor, which is from Ragnarok here. So that one right here, that's the 6 armor. So as you all know, the 6 armor from that one. So this is my version of, this is my color, this is what his would look like with the stickers and stuff like that. So it's a light blue because it matches with that. So it's just a 6 armor, typical 6 armor. Now, the next page here. So the disc and the driver. These are my own creation. I worked very hard to think about these drivers. So the disc is Whirl, as you can see with the shape that it has here, going around like that. It's what I came up with. So the abbreviation WL, Whirl. It's the Whirl disc. And the driver, the Euclidean driver. So if you all remember from a Beyblade called Earth Virgo, and also that driver, that performance tip actually, it's like that one, but it's also like the planet driver, but just a little bit more upgraded. So this has a free roll, this tip is free rolling down here, and there's a little ball in here, so with centripetal force, if it's impacted on one side, the ball will shift to there. It's got total roundness to it, so it's not limited. It can actually go around it so fully, so it kind of balances out a bit more, so that it's not kind of pushed when it's hit. It doesn't tilt, it kind of tilts back so that it's trying to fight back. So this is the symbol that I gave for the Euclidean driver. The spring strength is medium. It's a silver spring because it's not a dash driver or a metal driver, anything like that. So the gimmick is explained right there, which I just explained to you there. These are the launches for him that I had. So that's all the launches: Holy Stance, Holy Slash, Euclidean Crash, Constellation Blast, Constellation Starfall, and Eternal Breaker. So that is Okamasa's Beyblade. Next, this is Okamasa's cousin. He is my second main character. He is a Dark Blader. So this is the B301. starter. This is Mortality Marigna. Now, Marigna sounds familiar, right? Marigna was that Hasbro exclusive that was released with Stone Quetzalcoatl from Hasbro. So I was just like, I love the design. I love this one so much. I actually modded mine slightly. I call it Dark Marigna. This is Makoto Yonda. This is Okamasa's cousin who is a Dark Blader. He likes power and like he's very strong. So his is a defense type and it's right spin. So there's no left and right. But those are the two main characters. So yeah, let's get straight into this one. This is Marigna. So it's got the same motif to it, the raven with it, the silver raven that was on it, with my very own unique designs with stickers and, you know, very unique. So this is metallic, a dark metallic, a lighter metallic, darker, a mid metallic purple that I added on the outside here, and it's got some unique, and it's got its own little unique design actually right here. So that is that one. So Marigna has 7 teeth. They're all medium teeth. It's 3 on one side, 4 on the other side. So kind of like, again, like Ragnarok's teeth. So that's how that one is. Alright. This is Mortality. Very, very, very similar to what Marigna is. So the magenta on here, as it's saying in the notes here, is rubber. There's rubber right here, here, and here. There's 3 contact points of rubber. So it's a very circular shape, just like the original Marigna from Hasbro. Very good layer. One of my most favorite Hasbro exclusives by far. So this is my own design of Marigna. I really tried hard. If you're gonna evolve one that's known, you gotta make it at least, you know, recognizable. So that is the blade gear that is the blade for Mortality. The blade gear, as I was saying, this will help round out more on Marigna and add more rubber. So the rubber will actually go where those wings were behind the heads. And those little points where there was hollow spaces, like little gaps. This will fill those in, making it more defensive, giving it more contact points. So this is the blade gear, the transient wings. So that is rubber right there. That's basically it for this blade gear here. So I gave it the 3 armor here. So this is the 3 armor. This is the one that's from Fafnir right here. So just my own version of it. If it'll go together. There we go. So this is the 3 armor. It's actually a gradient color for this one. So it's a special version for this one right here. So just distributed in 3 different places. Now the disc and driver. So the driver is the IL driver or immortal driver, immortal disc. Blech, I'm sorry, tongue twisted there. The IL disc is the immortal disc. So immortal is this. It's a very heavy disc, and it's got this very interesting shape here. But notice these little holes right here. There's a reason for that. You can probably just see the little shadow behind there. So the driver right here is the Omicron driver. So if you remember, the Hasbro exclusive came with Loop. Terrible one that I modded. It was Loop Slingshot that I modded into an actual Loop driver by. It was a mod. So Omicron does that kind of same thing here. It does the loops right here, but you have it kind of cut off right here. This is not free spinning at the bottom. So this is mainly for the curves of the stadium. It can really use these loops well with the curves of the stadium. Mainly, this is good for high mode. the Omicron, so this base right here is good for low mode. He can drift on that, so he has a Omicron loop move, so he can use his loops on the high mode and the bottom to drift. It's a free rolling metal tip right there. So this is the symbol that I chose for it right here. The let me change the brightness here for you guys and change the focus a bit. There you go. So this is the symbol right here for Omicron. Oh, sorry. That's that being weird again. There we go. So that's the symbol right here for Omicron. Now, the disc has an upgrade for itself. So the disc gear, which is the transient claws. So this adds, again, more rubber to the claws. So you have ones that hide underneath those little squarish points, and then you have some that stick out. This is the magenta, again, is the rubber. So this will lock onto the disc. This upgrades the disc more and allows Marigna to be even more defensive. So these are the moves here for it. You got the Immortal Guard, which is one of its moves, Omicron Loop, Mobility Shoot, which is his high mode, so Omicron Drift, Mortality Impact, Desolation Claw, and Dark Transience. The Dark Transience is for the upgrade. Alright. So this one is one that this was my main character from the previous series that I did. So I decided to bring him in again. So this is Dakaya Azure, who was my main character from the previous series, Beyblade Burst Voltage, which is another fan-made one that I did, based on the Super King series. So this is the B302 random booster, and I have even a planned out thing on this little piece over here. I'm not going to explain it because I'm trying to keep with this. So it's a right spin attack type. This is Superstorm Dragoneye SMSD-7. So let's get straight into this one. Alright, so this is Dragoneye, the Sky Dragon. As you can see, the motif with it, as always, is a dragon. It's upwards facing one, so this is a very interesting design that I did with it. It's actually not the same on each of these points here. These two are the same here, this is a bit different right here. So this is the motif of Dragoneye. So Dragoneye has 8 teeth, 4 medium, same teeth as Orion. So, alright, let's get to the blade. This is the Superstorm ring. This is the Superstorm blade. So the gimmick behind Superstorm is that this golden outside right here, this outside golden piece, it has a hard spring to it that's pulls forward or backwards. So it will fully turn and then slingshot, kind of like how a Volcano worked, but this one can constantly do it. So it gives it a really strong bound attack. So this is the Superstorm blade. So that bound attack, when it gets fully bound up like that, creates like a storm, right? You know, like what it is. It's like a storm attack. So that's the blade for this one. Now I don't have the armor done, so I'm going to skip ahead there. So this is the SM disc Storm. So yeah, very, very jagged shape, very, very jagged. It'll probably be more rounded out with the real one, but with the drawing, because it's a prototype drawing. Well, it's not really a prototype drawing. This is the final drawing. This is just the art of it. This is the Storm disc for that. The driver SD dash is Speed Dash. So speed with the look, it looks like Evolution fully evolved, right? It's basically an Evolution fully evolved with its own unique look. So it's a wide rubber flat You don't have to evolve this thing. This thing is going to be crazy with attack power, really, really poor with stamina. So this is the symbol I gave for it. It's a speedometer at max, you know, fully lightning bolts everybody. So that is the gimmick behind that one. That's that one. These are the launches that he has: Whirl Boost, Hurricane Shoot, Speed Blitz, and Bound Whirlwind. Next up is a female character that I have. With this one I have to redo a bit, but I can show you what I have done with it so far. I'm just gonna improve the blade on it. So this is Serena Zakasha's Beyblade. It's a left spin balance type. This is the B303 starter. This is Title Serpertus EMIP0. Let's get into this one. So this is Serpertus, also known as the Sea Serpent, the Sea Dragon in a sense, whatever. So very unique shape with it. It's kind of going, you know, it's kind of going down, you know, all around, and then it comes around. So I gave it this kind of green coral kind of look to it because it matched perfectly with it, you know, sea dragon, you know, sea serpent. So that is this is the design for Serpertus that I went with, you know, the blue and the gold, and just very nice looking. So it has 5 teeth. It's the same as this one has 5 teeth. It's all medium teeth, 2 on one side, 3 on the other. So this is the blade that I'm gonna fix a bit. This is Title. So it's very oval shape right now. That's how it's supposed to be. So it actually has these wings right here and these buttons that get pushed in. So this side controls this side controls that side. Whenever those singular buttons are pushed in, if this is pushed in, these wings will flare out. If these ones are pushed in, these wings will flare out. Pretty simple, pretty cool. So it allows more attacks to happen just when the attacks are stronger. I don't have the armor done for this, so I won't be showing. We'll be skipping ahead. This is the disc, EM Empress. Very oval shape again, but very unique design. It's a very interesting design, and I love how I got this one to work like that. So very nice design. The driver, IP Imperial. So it's a switching driver. There's a sharp tip that it does, but this sharp tip will disappear depending on if this bar is, you know, slided to one side or slided to the other. And this can happen in battle too if she tilts on it. So this is the symbol that I did for it. It's IP. It's the I and the B in there. And it has a little button in there that tells what the modes are. So the modes explained right here. This is a medium strength spring, silver spring in there. So these are the launches. You got Wave Shoot, Imperial Blitz, Imperial Defender, Tidal Wave, and Empress Scream. So that's one of my new characters for that I added in with all the other ones that I've evolved. So this is a B304 battle set. There's 2 of them that it comes with, but I'm going to show them one at a time. You'll see the other one in a little bit. This is Spark Phantom, owned by Phoenix Rasha. It is a left spin defense type, SLAP6. So yeah, this one's going to be part of a battle set. That's my goal. That's my goal. You don't have to do it like that, but you can just 3D print them, but make sure you credit me. So this is Phantom. also known as the War Spirit. So Phantom's design, I did the mirroring. This design was like this. This was a very, very intricate design to do. This is, if you look closely inside of there, if you look closely in there, you'll see PH. The abbreviation in there is behind its head. So that's this right here. This is Phantom. So it has 4 teeth. It's 2 hard teeth on either side. This is Spark, the blade. So the gimmick behind Spark is there's these, you see these little bumps right here. This, like unsheathing, so these are blades that you can see on it, like swords. That's what the spirit uses. So these can shift back. It'll shift back, lock into place, so you'll have to unlock it again. And this exposes the blades, allowing for a huge attack power. Just like unsheathing blades, you know, because the blades are sheathed right now in this form. So you'll see that shift. That's the gimmick behind Spark. So the armor is 6. It's got yellow stickers for it to match with that. So just 6, you know, distributed in 6 different places. So the disc and driver. So this is the SL disc slash. Very, very intricate design here. Very nice. The AP driver Apex. So it is spring. It has a spring, like kind of like Absorb does. So it'll land there, but it's also this entire piece down here is free spinning. It's a metal ball shaped tip, so because the bottom's free spinning totally. So yeah, that's that. This is the symbol for Apex right here. And this is a medium silver spring. These are his moves here: Apex Guard, Apex Crush, and Apex Crash, and Spark Oblivion. This is one that I evolved, who was my main antagonist from the previous series, who's now an anti-hero now. He is also part of that B304 battle set, but you don't have to do the battle set. This is just part of my plans that I want to try. So this is Terror Diamenes. This was owned by Diego Quintara, who was my villain in the previous series. It's a left spin balance type. Terror Diamenes GUBK2. So this is Diamenes. Now this core is unique because normally you don't have stickers for these, right? These ones have stickers for the core to represent the previous versions that I had. So this is Diamenes here, the Nightmare Knight. Now its design it's sort of based off of Lucifer, but very different, very, very different. So you can see this is you can see the armor, you can see everything about it is very, very intimidating, but he was actually the one who's going to be training Makoto. Takaya is the one who's going to be teaching Okamasa. So that is the core here. It has 6 teeth. On either side, the first tooth is hard, the second and third teeth are medium on either side. So it's a very unique teeth. This is the blade Terror. So this entire gray outside is free spinning. But it on the non-free spinning part, you got 3 points of metal right here. You got on the free spinning part, you got 3 points of rubber. So the gimmick behind it, and each of these are bumpers. So the gimmick behind this is that when if it ever lines up, if the rubber lines up with the 3 metal points, due to the fact that it is free spinning, but it can have some serious impact damage with that lineup there. So this is a very, very, very cool blade that I did for this one. So the gimmick is explained right here. Now, this is the armor too. It's a purple, it's a metallic purple this time with indigo stickers. So the distribution of 2. So that 2 armor is this one, based off of this one right here. You know, the one on Belial. Excuse me. This is the Disc GU Guard. Very, very defensive shape here. Very, very awesome. Very, very nice shape very, very nice design. I'm really proud of how this one came out. And this is the driver, BK or brake. So it's got a bearing assisted metal ring in here that it's free spinning. So, and it's a very unique tip right here. It's got a round, much more right here, and another little flat one right there. So it's 2 flats on one. You have a really tiny flat one and then a bigger flat above it. So this is the symbol that I did for it right here. So that is the brake symbol. These are the moves that I did for it here. You got Night Shoot, Night Shield, Break Counter, and Terror Cataclysm. This next one is the character that was in my started off all these Beyblade drawings. So this is its 14th evolution, I think, 14th, 15th. I can't remember quite. This is owned by Dia Drago. This is a right spin attack type, and he is a legendary blader because he's evolved in so many series. He's been with this one for so long. I did confirm with my friend that he does count as a legendary blader now. So this is his new Beyblade, Magma Dragonor, BZME-4. The blade I need to redo a bit. It's gonna be the same as it looks. It's just gonna be a little bit smaller. That way it fits better. That way it doesn't look too weird and huge. That's for my reasons. So this is Dragonor, the Dragon of Fire. It's a very flame design right here. So very cool, very nice design right here. So the Dragon of Fire. So as you can see with the silhouette of our dragon here, 7 teeth, same as Merigna, but very nice one. This is the blade, Magma. So the gimmick behind Magma is that you can see these little red things right in here. So there's 2 modes that you can do. You can shift this entire thing and put the armor in and it holds it in place. So that is the gimmick behind that. So it'll become like a 2-wing mode to a 4-wing mode. That is the gimmick behind it. So that is that. Don't have the armor done because there's no forearmor yet. So this is the disc BZ Blazing. So very, very fire kind of like shape to it right here. So yeah. And this is the driver Meteor Dash. So that's the symbol behind it right here. This is the launchers for it: Fire Shoot, Meteor Strike, Blazing Wing, and Magma Inferno. Alright guys, the next one is Revolt Tigamore. So, Revolt Tigamore was, this was actually my second main antagonist. Actually, no, my first main antagonist. Let me get that right. Sorry about that. That was an error on my end there. With the wording there, my brain got messed up there. So this is owned by Tyler Comadera. So this is Revolt Tigamore CLSU4. So it is a right spin stamina type, and he is a legendary blader because he has been in this series almost just as long as Magma Dragonor. So let's get into this one. So this is Tigamore. It is the Dark Tiger. So there's this kind of like crystal look to it that I did with this the outside actually. So it's very unique on the core here with the outside, while normally many of them, as you know, have the 3 points right here. You know, always these 3 points right here, you know, 1, 2, 3. So this one's very unique with this because it's still 3 points. It's still 1, 2, 3, but these two sides are kind of a crystal look, you know. While these ones are a regular diamond shape. So this is its claw right here. These are the crystals on its body, right there and there. These are the crystals right on its body, and these are extra ones. So it's a tiger, as you can see. This is actually the first orientation I've done with this one in this way. So it has 8 teeth on either side. The first 2 teeth are shallow, and the last 2 teeth are medium. So the first, the first 2 clicks are very shallow. Its biggest strength is at the last 2 clicks. That is how Tigamore's core works. Now, Revolt. So, Tigamore has always evolved in different ways. Mega rubber contact, have a lot of metal. This one is metal, but with a new ability. So this is the metal right here on these sides here, and right here, and here, and here. So actually there's an upper sweep to this, kind of like how Rage Longinus worked. But due to it being a very heavy stamina type, as you'll see in a little bit, it's very interesting with that. So it has an upper sweep here that goes along basically this entire thing, but mainly this is the biggest sweep right here. So there is the 6 metal points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is Revolt. Don't have the armor done, so we're skipping ahead to the driver and the disc. So this is the disc CL, or claw. As you can see, it's got a claw right there, and this is the other kind of look to it. This is the main claws right here. So that is that one right there. Very, very, very cool little jagged evil, like really cool looking design. So this is the driver SU, Sustain. Sustain is an interesting driver with that. So let me turn down the brightness just a little bit. There. Yeah, so there's just so you can see this a bit. So this is the symbol right here for Sustain, SU. So it's just an S. The U is inside this S right here. So that is the driver Sustain. Very tall, but it's a fixed metal point. This is a fixed metal plate right here. Does not move. It's not free spinning. The little tiny tip is actually free spinning. This little tip right here. So it's kind of like how Never works. So it's kind of like the tip inside is free spinning, but there's a metal plate around it. So that is that. And the moves that he has are Predator Stance, Revolt Claw, and Revolt Upper. On to my first main antagonist. So, this is my keyword, first main antagonist of the two that I have against the two protagonists. So this is Hell Diablo. This is owned by Dasha Kara, which means, yeah, just that's how it's pronounced. Dasha is not like many other villains. He has a crimson resonance, just like, but his is a dark crimson resonance. Darker than shoes. But it's not called dark crimson resonance, it's just crimson resonance. He is very insane when he laughs and talks, but he's completely sane. That's the thing. So, this is Hell Diablo DD WV-3. It is a right spin balance type. Let's get into this. So, let me turn up the brightness for you guys. There we go, get the focus better for this one. So this is Diablo. There we go, that's a little better, there we go. So this is Diablo. I added more light so you guys can see better now. It has this little shape right here that kind of goes like this. So it's the opposite direction of Savior Valkyries when it's spinning. So these actually are going out like this. So this is two little just random things, like they're just clear. They're just painted clear, transparent red. That's how it be. There is no metal on this. That is just painted silver. But this is Diablo. The teeth, it has 6 teeth. They're all medium teeth, 3 on either side. This is the blade Hell. So it has a lot of rubber on it. Note the bright red. The red is the rubber. So rubber here, 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 and here, and here. That is the rubber. So the look of the Hell blade is to represent the look of a triple bladed axe. I have no clue what a triple bladed axe is actually called, so I'm just gonna say a triple bladed axe. If you guys know what a triple bladed axe is actually referenced as, please tell me in the comments. But otherwise, it is the representation of a triple bladed axe, which is Diablo's weapon. It's a very, very nice look. It's a very clean look. It's a very, very balanced type look to it. So I was very proud of this design that I did for it. This was a very, very nice one that I did. I worked hard on this one too. I mean, I worked hard on every single one. I didn't not work hard. So yeah, this is the 3 armor, 3 points of distribution, yada yada yada. So, but the coloring is this red that fades to a burnt orange. So that's the color of that one. Now, the disc and the driver. So this is the disc DD, which is Dread. So the shape of it is actually very intricate because, I forget what it was that was about it. Let me look. Oh yeah, I remember. I just had to look at it again. It's actually kind of not consistent on both sides. Now it looks consistent, but you gotta look at it closely. Notice how right here it's much more flat, but on this side there's a bit of a dip. Now it doesn't affect it. It doesn't affect it much. But it does a bit. Not much. There's a little bit of imbalances to it, just a little. So this is the driver, Wave Dash. Now notice the color scheme. You got it. It is from the Astral Spriggan customization set. That is correct. The Astral Spriggan customization set. So the spring is hard. This is the symbol for Wave Dash, obviously. For wave, I mean, bleh! Not a tongue twister there. So this is the moves he has. Hades Shoot, Wave Counter, Triple Axe, and Crimson Hell. This is my German blader, actually. This is Dre Nakashi's Beyblade. He is a German blader with Nebula / Gravity Draco. COST5. Now, notice how I said two different blades there. That is correct. Draco is dual spin, and it's an attack type though. So this is with this is actually this is going to be, I hope to make it as a when I do the part, if I do ever do this, it's a customization set. That's my hope. Now, like I said, you can print this as you want with 3D printing and 3D modeling. Since you guys can even do that, I cannot. So this is Draco. Very unique chip. Core. God dang it. Core. Core. It's not sparking. So this is Draco. It is got two different eyes. It's because Draco is the very first dragon. So it represents good and evil for this one. So which is why the red is on this side while it's on this side, but the blue is on this side, it's on this side. So this is a metal piece. So to signify the switch, I did it like kind of like World Spriggan, but it also does it with this bottom piece down here. So this will move too, just to be cool. The metal center does not move, but this little outer ring does. Again, this moves, this doesn't. And it has a D in the center, which means Draco. So that is the design for Draco. So it has 6 teeth, same as Belial. Not Belial. Has the same teeth as Belial, and also Diablo. Sorry, I had a massive brain fart there. Okay, so this is its left blade. This is its left blade, Nebula. So very, very like a nebula shape to it. But it has an entire thing of rubber underneath it. But it's exposed slightly out here. So this teal is rubber. Not only that, there is metal points. Metal points right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're right here. Like that. So that makes up Nebula. Now, this is the right blade side. This is Gravity. This is the right blade. They're two different blades. They're not a flip. This is like kind of like Diablos. There we go. Jeez, I'm tongue-tying all over the place. So this is Gravity. Gravity has 4 hidden rollers right here to deflect attacks. But it also has massive impact points right here. So it has massive impact points there. Which makes it a really cool, and I love the look of it too. It's like really cool looking. So yeah, that's the design for Gravity. Now I don't have the armor done for this one. So this is the disc and driver. So the disc is Comet, CO. Very, very pretty blue color. and it's very, so it'll go the opposite way too when it's left spin or another direction, and then it'll go the other direction with that. Pretty cool, right? I think so. So this is the ST driver, or known as Strike. So it has a similar kind of bottom of the tip to Venture, but the uniqueness is that it's a metal tip, metal flat, coated around with rubber, a hollow rubber, like this, like Belial, but it's metal and rubber, and it's a much more shorter tip actually. So this is the symbol for it. This is the symbol for Strike. The spring is hard. It is hard like Venture. It is hard like Power. So it's a very hard silver spring. These are its moves here. You got Galaxy Shoot, Nebula Striker, Gravity Impact, Galactic Collapse, and Gravity Bomb. This is my second main antagonist. Akron Bezel is his name. So his Beyblade is Shield Abraxas BCDF10. So this is a left spin defense type. He is a blader with such a dark resonance that it seems like you stare into a black hole. So it's referenced as black hole resonance. Let's get into this one. So this one's very unique with it, with everything about it. So this is Abraxas, the Dark Demon. So the lavender on here, the lavender is rubber. So there's a little rubber thing under there, kind of like Lucifer the End, but also like so it's this little rubber thing like this in here, this little circle that's in there. The shield right here is a metal point to give it better impact. With this kind of way it is, it's how it works. That's how I made it. And it has little burst stoppers right here, due to the fact that it has only 3 teeth. 2 medium on one side, 1 hard tooth on the other side though. So Abraxas has very limited amount of teeth. But due to the gimmicks that it has for it, the rubber and the burst stoppers, it really makes it much more harder. Plus, the thing about this one, the blade, let's get into that, shield. So this is not the final shape to it. The gimmicks, it's combining the gimmicks of the Blitz disc, so the plastic lift up parts, and the 2D chassis from Slash Valkyrie and Variant Lucifer. The 2D chassis from Variant Lucifer and the Blitz from Slash Valkyrie. When you hard launch this Beyblade, these barriers will come out, 8 of them, and creating the barrier around it as a shield. So this allows for the ultimate defense of this Beyblade. Yes, it is basically similar to Variant Lucifer. It is very similar to Variant Lucifer, but to the chassis. But this is on the blade instead. So the things kind of chill downwards and then fly up, so that they're not, facing upwards and coming down. So that's how that one works instead, so this can work. Again, I will let you see this as I do this. So this, when they go down, it allows for a lot of attack power with this. So just so you see. So that's the gimmick behind that one. So if you're wondering, the blades on there are plastic. They are not rubber. Hard plastic. Very hard plastic. So you don't have to worry about them breaking. This is the 10 armor. So Abraxas has the 10 armor. This is its 10 armor the way it is. So 10 points of weight distribution. So yada yada yada. This is the disc and driver. BC barricade. That is the This is the barricade disc. So very defensive. Each tab actually kind of rests on it, nearly. They're just hovering right below it though. Nearly rests on it, but this is a very defensive disc here. Very well with the shape of Abraxas. With shield. The shield blade. This is the driver called downforce. So downforce works by channeling the air downward, kinda goes over and does it downward. So it kinda goes up, it goes up and pushes down, you know. So like pushes it, it goes through to push it down more. There's a big metal ball shaped tip, kind of like how Universe is. So it's very wide, but it's metal. This gives it that central weight in the center. So basically downforce, it's gonna take the center pretty dang fast, and it's gonna plant down to the center pretty dang quick, due to the fact that it is a downforce drive, that the air is getting channeled downwards or upwards or whatever I can't get the term right, but you get the point. These are its moves. You got Barricade Defense, Shield Barrier, Dread Devastator, and Dark Barrier Press. Now this one I'm about to show you was my secondary main protagonist. So this is Teo Tenchi's Beyblade, Ether Tempest. He is another legendary blader. I just forgot to put legendary blader on here. Just like the other ones. He and the next one are both legendary bladers. I forgot to put that on there. It's supposed to go right here. It is a right spin balance type. So this is Ether Tempest WIVE2. Let's get into this one. So this is Tempest. Now, Tempest, this core is a weighted core, so kind of like how Dynamite Perseus core is weighted. This one is a weighted core as well. So it's got metal with it, so it's a heavy core. This is Tempest, the Battle Angel. Its weapon is a spear. You can see the spear slightly right here. It goes through right to here, into here. These are his wings right here. That's Tempest right there. And this is actually a very unique look for this core too, because of this. It sweeps downwards like more of the wings. And it's actually got unique paint right here on these points on the core. So this is Ether. As you can see, the core will connect the spear together. So this is called Cotton Candy Blue with colored pencil. This is actually rubber on both of these points here. These are the two metal points right here. Everything else, this is a very oval shape. I keep on saying ovular. I don't even know if that's a word. Let's just go with it. Ovular shape. And it's very like the wings also with how it is. So this design I actually worked very, very hard on. I was having trouble making this one's design work. So I did this and I got it to work. Ta-da! So I actually drew this one the wrong direction with this. It's actually meant to face this direction on Tempest. So he has it facing on the opposite sides of the spears. So the spears are, you know, kind of like this. The other ones are going like this. So this one's actually faced that way. So this is the 2 armor for Tempest. This is I gotta fix this. I'm gonna be redrawing it just to have it right, you know. So that is the 2 armor for Tempest. Okay. To the disc and the driver. This is, in my opinion, one of my most favorite drivers I've drawn. So this is the. So let's go to the disc. This is the wild disc. As you can see, very wild shape to it. There's no consistency at all with this disc here, except for maybe right here. Only in there is there really consistency, like right here and here and here and here. That's about the only consistency there is. Everything else about this shape is very crazy. That is the point of the wild disc. But so the driver is Verve. So kind of, it's a funny thing actually. Wild energy, because Verve means energy. Untamed energy. So wild, untamed energy. Clever, right? So Verve is a very wide. It has a very wide metal ring right here that's fixed. It does not spin, but it's and this is the tip kind. This is a tip kind of like Wave, but kind of like look up the. It's like Wave. So it's got a wide flat with a small sharp tip, just like Wave. But Verve is a very interesting with how it is. So this one is this is a hard silver spring. So this is the disc's this is the driver's symbol for Verve. So yeah, that's the symbol for it. These are its moves. This is his moves for that. This is his launches. You got winged boost, wing shoot, Verve counter, ethereal slash, and ether spear. Ether and eternal are pretty close together, so I get tongue-tied. Okay, so this was actually my second main antagonist turn antihero. This is Vi Kirigari, the owner of Fang Vipra, PSOU-6. So this is a left spin stamina type. So let's get into this one. So just like with Tempest, this is another weighted core. So Tempest and Vipra are both part of a random booster. They are actually, this is the prize Beyblade number 2. Tempest would be the prize Beyblade number 1. So this would make this random booster like really freaking worth it. Plus the other good part I would ask to do. Like I said, this is a dream, a hope that I have. So Vipra, or known as the Shadow Viper, as you can see, the shape is very, very intricate. They're very, very interesting. It has these little painted parts to it right here, just these little triangles right here. But very, very cool shape to it. It has burst stoppers. Now, not because the teeth are weak, but just to give it a little bit of an extra coolness to it. Just that way it's not the same as Tempest as a weighted core. So this one gives that a little bit more uniqueness. So it has 5 teeth, all medium teeth, 2 on one side, 3 on the other side. So that is that one. Let's go on to the blade. This is Fang. As you can see, it literally means what it is. It's got 2 fangs right on here, and it's got it's got 4 rollers, just like her Satan. But this is a little bit. It's just for that. I like rollers, and I only have 2 of Beyblades that really do that. So this is a crap ton of rubber. Yeah, rubber. Gives it, and you got metal right here. So I did the rubber and metal again, but you know, cause it's cool. Why not? So this is the Fang blade, and it definitely looks suitable for a Viper, right? You know, the fangs of the Viper. So you got these two sides right here. You got the four rollers right here, and you got a crap ton of rubber. You got a crap ton of rubber here. Okay, so flipping it. This is its armor 6. 6 it's got purple stickers on it. It's just 6, you know, distributed in 6 different places. So normal armor there. Now I do not have the disc done for this one yet, so you won't see poison yet. Maybe if I do like a part 2 of showing the ones that I got complete later, you'll see that. But for now, I have the the OU driver, Outlast. So it's a very wide one right here, but it's actually a free spin. The entire driver down here, the metal is free spinning. It's got a bearing in it. So it's an entirely free spinning metal plate there, metal tip. So this is the symbol for Outlast. It is a medium spring of a silver spring. These are its launches here: Striking Stance, Poison Drain, Shadow Melt, and Fang Bite. Now, this one has really good significance. So this is the last character of what I would call the main ones. The other two that I'm about to show are specials. So this is my last character. The other two do have characters, but this is just a special. This is, you're all going to recognize this name, but this is my own version of it. This is Ben Vihara's Beyblade Star Befall. BMWA 10. It is a right spin balance type. Let's get into this one. I love this one. I just recently did it again. So this is Befall. Its design is very, 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 very nice. I love this one's design, how I redid it. So there's no extras to it. It's just what it is. It's just the core. It's a very, very pretty design. Like the way it kind of just arcs around. So it kind of just, you know, arcs around. Pretty. Very pretty. And it's got this green right here, which is perfect for the peacock, you know, because that's what it is. And it has 5 teeth, but all the teeth are weak. They're all weak teeth. 2 on one side, 3 on the other side. There's a reason for that. Don't be like, oh my god, you're already nerfing this one. You haven't even, you know, you're nerfing your own design. No. This is Star. So, it has a click reversal system, just like Heaven Pegasus. So, yes, that's where I got my inspiration for this one, a bit. And it worked best for this because I'll tell you one of the moves in a second. You'll be like, oh, I see why he did that. Clever. Exactly. So this is Star. Very, very beautiful design. Very, very, very star-like, and I love it. And I love all my designs. I love all the ones I do. I'm not nitpicky about that, you know. So as it clicks, it'll go click and be ready, and then click, and it'll go click back, just like Heaven Pegasus. Now you noticed it was a dash driver, but this works because the teeth are weak. Now it's gonna be tighter, but it's weak teeth to make this gimmick work, because I wanted to use a dash driver. I didn't want to use like a regular, you know, driver. So this is the armor, again, 10. So, but now it's green. Very pretty green. So to distribution in 10 places. Now the disc and driver. The disc is BM, which is Blossom. very, very, very beautiful. I love the design I did for this one. This one, I really thought hard about this one. So this one's very, very pretty. I love this one. The 5 sides to it, it's just very pretty. The driver is WA dash, warp dash. So it's a balance type driver. It has a free spinning ring like here, kind of like Just, but it's mainly for the curves of the stadium. It's kind of the upper curve, more if it curves. It's just up there to be useful whenever it needs it. But the biggest advantage that Warp has is that it's similar to Venture, but it's much more wider. It is very wide, very, very wide, and a very small, sharp tip right here. So this allows it to be incredibly aggressive when it tilts on that. So it is a hard spring, of course. And this is its symbol right here for warp. Alright. These are his moves right here. You got Star Shoot, Solar Shower, Warp Star, Shooting Star, and Star Rebirth. That is the reversing of the gimmick. Star Rebirth is its gimmick. That's the name of its launch for that gimmick. So that is all of those characters that I had for the main series. It's 14 characters that are mainly to the series. These two would be, manga exclusives. So they would only show up in the manga, but not in an anime like the 14 other ones that I have. So these are 2 that I evolved because I like to do them. So this is Demetrius Zachariah's Beyblade, which is Stellar Diamias. This is a rare Bey. This would be a rare Bey get. So like in a machine or something. If it was the Japanese quality, of course, with that. So it is a dual spin attack type. So it's Stellar Diamias SH0. Now there's no disc because it's the shot driver. You want the shot driver from Rashad's Beyblade, the red one. So you gotta get the red one, or you buy the driver from someone else. People sell those stuff. People sell that. So let's get into this one. So this is Diamias, the bird demigod. It is of 2 birds together, the bird of angels and the bird of demons coming together to create Diamias. That's why it has this special symbol right here. So it has 4 hard teeth. It's the same as Phantom. So it's the same as Phantom's teeth. But it is a dual spin Beyblade. So you'll notice it has the 2 screws here, plus the gimmick. It is the same mode shift as... It's the same mode shift as Spriggan, Astral Spriggan. Okay, so this is the Blade Stellar. Sorry guys, dog going nuts that I hear and it's distracted me. This is the Stellar Blade. So it's always had this kind of if you remember Boom Calzar, always had the kind of like this, and it would go pointed downwards with the point right here, and a flat spot like up here, kinda. I had that for Diamias all the time, but I went with this design instead. It's very ovular again. I'm gonna keep on saying that because it's fun. So these actually are hard springs that bound inwards for bound attacks. There's no rubber, but that's the gimmick behind it. These 2 wings will bound inwards. So this is a flip over ring. This is the left side of it. This is the right side of Stellar. So as you can see, the split personality again. The demon side, which is the left side, the angelic side, which is the right side. Same gimmick, same thing. It doesn't change because it's on the same one. Now, these things do not push in and do what Spriggan did with the gimmick where it stops the bursting. It's just a excuse me, guys. It's just a bound attack. That's all it is. Now, I don't have the armor done, and I don't have the driver done because I don't have the shot driver. I don't have Savior Valkyrie, so I haven't been able to draw it yet. But these are the moves that I have for him: Shot Jumper, Shot Shatterer, Haven Impact, Stellar Breaker, and Wing Bound. This is my other character that is a limited starter. That's what I would plan to do. This is Ethan Sky's Beyblade, Flash Energis, the Warrior of Energy, TD VT 5. So it is a right spin stamina type. Let's get into this one. So this is Energis. Very, very, very. I worked very hard on this design, actually. Energis for me was always facing this way and like a sideways character, you know, facing, you know, like this way right here. So this was a new look for Energis. So it has the sword. This is kind of inspired from Air Knight right here, the outside of that, and also from Savior Valkyrie's kind of core. So it has, 7 teeth. It's the same as Ragnarok. So this is Flash. This is the Flash blade. Very, very, very circular. So kind of like how Air Knight and Maximum Garuda work. It has 4 holes for channeling that air in. It's very, very, very circular. So this makes Flash Energis very, very burst resistant. But I did not make it overpowered. I made it fair, as you'll see in a second, after I get to when I get to the driver and stuff. So this is the armor that I created for it. Now you remember 5 is from also on Draco, but I didn't trace it over yet. I only did it for this one right now. 5 is my own armor. This is my own creation, actually. So 5 points of distribution. You got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. So it's 5 points of weight distribution. So it's kind of like how 7 is, but with just, 5 now. So I take a good look at that. That was very hard for me to come up with, actually. Now I don't have the disc done for this one yet, but it's gonna have 2 holes in it that make it so you got 4 holes on the blade and 2 holes on the disc, so that the air channeling is really, really different. Kind of like how the disc name works. Tornado. The driver VT called Vitality. So it is a wide sharp tip that's fixed. That does not free spinning at all. It's kind of like how the Quattro driver in stamina mode works, and wedge. So the spring is weak. Is it a weak silver spring? Yes. Yes, it is. This is the symbol for vitality. So this makes Energis fair. Yes, it's a bit overpowered, actually, but it's fair. It's much more fair. I don't want to make mine overpowered. I want mine to be able to compete well with the real DB Beyblades. That is my goal with that. So please do the same if you create them. Make them fair. So the moves for that are Tornado Vortex, Wind Vitality, and Arrow Flash, because that was what was next to his things right there. Those 2 arches were his bow and arrow, his bow. And with that, that concludes this video. All of these drawings I've been this series I've been working on the day that it was announced. Like, after we started getting the official images, I started working on this. So the day that the official images of DB came out, I've been working on this. So as long as DB's been out, that's how long I've been working on these drawings. Crazy, right? Alright guys, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. Tell me which one your favorite one was, and that's all that there is to it. Thanks for coming. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out my other channel too, by the way. Got some content on there. Peace out.
Shadows in the neon.